All right. Well, as I was scrolling down here, I kind of got ahead of myself, but I was talking about Prince, and the reason that Vanity died, I think, has a lot to do with the Prince coding because of Prince Charles, who will become the next king if Queen Elizabeth II dies. Interesting, he just released his 39th studio album. 39, a number associated to the Super Bowl again. I talked about the X theme, 24 in Gematria equals 167. X is the 24th letter. Interesting, it equals 167 because the 167th prime is 39. Peyton Manning equals 167. He is 39 years old. The score was 24-10. The word 10 equals 12, and then 12 equals 39. And there's a lot of 12 coding as well. The 12 seemed to be a bad number. Anyway, Prince released this album on 12/12. Go figure, The same day that T.J. Ward was born, the guy who recovered the fumble after Cam Newton pretended that he was allergic to the football. This album also came out 65 days before the day that Vanity died. Remember, Prince equals 65. I also talked a lot about the Philadelphia connection and the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and Will Smith, and also how it tied into Wilt Chamberlain. There's a ton of stuff with it. Will Smith, Wilt Chamberlain even went to the same high schools. Wilt Chamberlain died in Bel-Air. Just some weird coincidences. Also, the Fresh Prince, so he'd be like the new prince, the new king or whatever. West Philadelphia, where he was born and raised, equals 166. Queen Elizabeth II equals 166. I threw in Beyonce Knowles only because she was the reason of the whole new Black Panther, the X theme. Also, she was at the halftime show or whatever of the Super Bowl, so she equals 168. Taylor Swift equals 168. Remember her and Taylor and the Kanye West thing, and Kanye West hasn't been in the news a lot lately, surrounded by the number 51, which is stupid because Kanye West equals 51. Taylor Swift equals 51. Anyway, I talked a lot about LeBron James as well. I talked about LeBron James dressing up as Prince for Halloween. I couldn't tell you what video. I remember I mentioned this, though. But LeBron James in Gematria and Jewish Gematria equals 923. He was in the movie Trainwreck. Just lots of coding to this Philadelphia Trainwreck this year. Pope Francis in Gematria equals 122, just like Trainwreck. He came to the United States on his 923rd day as Pope, went to the White House at 9:23 a.m. on 9/23. He's also the 266th Pope. This is the 266th day of the year. But Trainwreck, the movie, is significant. Like I said, because of the Philadelphia Trainwreck, and the Philadelphia Trainwreck happened at 9:23 p.m. even. The odds. Interesting too, Pope Francis came to America at exactly 4:04 p.m. We talked a lot about there's 404 verses in Revelation. The United States is completely based on the Bible and Revelation and whatnot. But also there's the King James Bible came out 404 years ago. And what's interesting when you talk about Prince Charles is that when King James, the guy who made the Bible, the 1611 Bible, when he died, the son that replaced him as king was King Charles I. If Queen Elizabeth dies, her son Prince Charles will become King Charles III. Also, this guy ended up getting assassinated because of the English Civil War. So there's so much Civil War coding to the American Civil War. But also interesting, King Charles, the guy who was assassinated because of the English Civil War. Anyway, in regards to the Super Bowl and this Prince right here, the only halftime show that he ever played at a Super Bowl was Super Bowl 41, which interesting is also the modern era Super Bowl 37. Talked about this year being the super modern era Super Bowl 46, and it was coded to the Chicago Bears. Chicago equals 37 the small way and 46 the big way. This is the only Super Bowl that Peyton Manning has won besides this year in 2016. He beat the team that was coded to the Bears. But literally, I talked about the 46 stuff. Look at this. 29 to 17. 29 plus 17 equals 46. Super Bowl is even on 2-4. Talked all about the 24 coding in regards to the letter X and the X symbolism in Super Bowl 50. Peyton Manning's birthday is even 46 days after Super Bowl 50. I mean, there's a ton more to this. I've made tons of previous posts and whatnot. Also, Super Bowl, it's XLI then. Super Bowl 41 is XLI in Roman numerals, which equals 18 and 45. Just like the date numerology of Super Bowl 50, 2 plus 7 plus 20 plus 16 equals 45. If you add up all the numbers individually, 2 plus 7 plus 2 plus 0 plus 1 plus 6, it equals 18. Also, Manning is number 18. He just finished his 18th season. Oh man, I'm getting so ahead of myself, not even reading there, but I have that written in there. But Bears equals 45, 18 in Gematria equals 46. Also, I noticed that if you write out Super Bowl XLI, it equals 176 and 59, just like Back to the Future. Now, if I'd have knew that before, if I'd have noticed this before the Super Bowl 50 even happened, I totally wouldn't have changed my pick to the Panthers. Like, especially, the Broncos clock is in the very opening scene of the first Back to the Future movie. I mean, that's just a dead giveaway. I can't believe if I would have seen that, I totally would have changed my mind. I never would have said the Broncos were going to lose. So anyway, I guess I wrote this farther down here, but this game was on 2-4. Talked about how there's an X theme that's been going on. The X-Files came out. The season 10 came out on the 24th day of the year. Both of them numbers represent the number 24. Also, so that Super Bowl's on 2-4. Super Bowl 50 was the Broncos even scored 24 points. It was the 24th AFC Super Bowl win. Black quarterbacks in Super Bowls are now 2-4. Also, I wanted to point out in regards to the Civil War, Abraham Lincoln died 24 days before the Civil War ended on 5/9. Go figure, a war that we're told that freed slaves ends on 5/9. The word slave equals 59, just like I said in the previous video. There's tons of 59 coding around that. Also interesting, the 24th prime number is 89. Queen Elizabeth is 89 years old this year. Just even more of the reason why I think eventually she's going to be Dundee and, Prince Charles is going to become the new king. I'm not exactly for sure how long he will be because his son seems to be really coded as well. So I guess whatever, we'll wait and see what happens, see how it goes. I've just been noticing these same patterns over and over and over for, a long time now. So who knows? We'll end it right there and have a good one.